Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Rolling with Ryan. I got my buddy Zach Simon here, his beautiful 1981 Caddy truck. I mean, this is a lot more recent, the Caddy, right?
Yep, this one got that probably a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
That's a pretty funny story. I just bought this property and just kind of getting settled in, and maybe a month or so after I bought the property, a friend of mine just kind of overheard him talking. He may be having a Caddy up for sale.
Yeah.
I've always loved these things. It's kind of a bucket list Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Most Volkswagen people, I think it is. And
Yeah, a bus and a Caddy.
Yeah.
You kind of check both boxes.
yeah, I kind of got fortunate with that. But, so I kind of overheard him saying, hey, he's going to have the Caddy for sale. And I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that off your hands for you.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone look at it. I'm just going to have it. And it was pretty rough. I mean, it hadn't run in who knows how long.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he said, but man, it was just no interior in it. Motor it was just a block sitting in there basically. Didn't run.
Basically just a shell.
Yeah, just a shell.
Yeah.
And not much rot though, surprisingly. I mean, a couple little holes here and there like they do, but nothing crazy. And that just kind of exploded into a bigger project than I assumed. But since I got a decent workshop here, and it was the first project I built here in my new house, and so I just kind of went nuts on it. So.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. Like the whole setup of, especially what we were talking about before, what you wanted to add on with the trailer.
Yeah.
With air ride on the back.
Yeah,
too.
that's this winter. I always gotta have a winter project, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I've got a little trailer that we'll see. Thinking about throwing some air ride on the trailer and kind of matching the feel, the vibe of this thing.
I think that'll definitely be something new that I've never
Hopefully.
seen anyone do.
I mean, I go for the unique stuff, obviously.
Yeah. Next, we have to chop the top off.
Nah, that ain't happening. No, not into that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Come on, man. Rat rod vibe, chop the top off. It all goes together.
Yeah. But, yeah, I do get a lot of people asking about being in the mini truck scene and if I was in that, and I never was, but I just built this because it is a truck.
This
and
doesn't count as a mini truck.
And it's kind of the vibe. I don't have the big 20-inch wheels.
Right. Yeah. You're not entirely engulfing the wheel
No.
and laying the frame on the ground.
Not yet. No. Maybe next year.
Yeah. All right, man, so what got you interested in Volkswagen in the first place?
Well, it kind of started all with my dad. He's always been into Volkswagens, been around the family. Kind of had no choice. All of his friends had Volkswagens. He used to race Volkswagens back even before I was born. And right when I was first born.
What kind of Volkswagens?
He had old sand rails, dim buggies, that kind of thing. Did off-road stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Did a lot with that, and then I guess I came around and he kind of got out of it a little bit, and then when I got to the age of being interested in cars, Volkswagens were pretty much the only choice. So.
Pulled you back in?
Yeah. I always loved them since. So.
All right, well, let's go through what all you've done with this then.
All right.
When you got it. I mean, let's start with the engine.
All right.
What have you done with that?
Engine, it's a 1.6 naturally aspirated diesel, non-turbo. Like I said, I don't know. I have stuff to turbo it, but I kind of like just the NA vibe of it. It runs great.
Right.
But the motor, it was just the block. The original head was trashed. It looked like it lost oil pressure, and so I went out, found a couple of used engines, and was going to use those to build one good solid engine. So it still has the original block, completely gone through new rings, or not pistons, but rings, bearings, all that.
Yeah.
I went through everything. Then the cylinder head was off of one of the donor motors, and it was in really good shape, so got lucky with that. Ended up port and polishing the head just for fun. I like screwing around with that kind of thing. So
you do it yourself?
Yep, did all that myself.
Sweet.
And so put that on there. Not sure it really helps, so I've heard it kind of helps the higher end, but not much for torque down low.
It can't hurt anything.
No. And one of the biggest upgrades on these little motors is getting rid of the stock exhaust manifold. They're super restrictive, and putting on from an 8-valve like GTI or something of that nature, putting on the manifolds and downpipes from them. They're a lot
less restrictive.
Bigger, and that's been ported also, open that all up. And then custom intake, it's a stock style intake that I chopped the airbox off of, and then ran individual like motorcycle style air filters on it. And that's always funny at shows. People kind of stop like, where's the throttle bodies, where's the carburetors? Like, it's diesel, it doesn't have any of that. And like, from all of that, I mean, I've never done a diesel before. It's my first attempt at it, and it runs absolutely great. Since I've had it done, I've put over 1,000 miles on it and without a flaw.
Good.
So
that's always a sign of quality.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
No problems.
So, and these things originally were like 50 horsepower. And if I'm at 70 now, I'm doing good. So I've fiddled with the injection pump a little bit, and just what I've read on forums and what to do to these, that's what I did to them. So, like I said, I didn't know anything about them.
It's usually the way to go. Once you get it.
Yeah.
Once you get a hold of it for a while, you can start fiddling around and do what you really want with it.
Yeah, so it's been a blast.
Alright, I guess, are these the original type of wheels that came on these? Because they look like golf wheels, right?
Yeah, these are Mark 1 GTI wheels. They're the Snowflake or whatever they're called. I mean, they fit. I've always loved these wheels. And I just,
classy.
And they're 14s with the smallest tire I could find to fit on them, because I knew I was going to be low. So, and they were in okay shape, a little beat up, which was perfect for me because the rest of the truck that's the look.
Right, fits the motif.
So, didn't really mind on that, just clean them up a little bit.
Except for one.
Well, I mean, that one did it on its own.
The smoke wheel.
And that one's never going to get cleaned off.
That's right.
So, with the exhaust poking out like that. The exhaust, swap the stock diesel style exhaust for an 8-valve gasoline style, which is kind of a 4 into 2 into 1. Flows much better. Ported that even. And the exhaust system was, I'm a mechanic by trade. That's what I do for a living. And I kind of started collecting pieces from cars at work. So all the exhaust pipe, it's 2 1/4 inch. And it's mostly also off the old Ford Taurus.
Oh my gosh.
The resonator, there's a resonator on it that's from the Ford Taurus. I put a Vibrant Ultra Quiet resonator on it also, so it's got 2 resonators.
Oh, ultra quiet, I can tell.
Oh yeah, works well on a diesel, I guess. I think it just cuts down all the rasp. It doesn't really sound like a 1.6.
Right.
And the exhaust tips out the side are off of a Grand Prix.
A Grand Prix? You know, I never thought I'd see the day when those cars would die and go away. And now you've got one living with you in this truck.
Everything but that vibrant's all been scavenged. Exhaust components.
That's awesome.
That was fun to build.
I bet. Do all the welding and stuff in the shop?
I did all of it at my personal shop at home.
That's sweet though.
Literally did this entire build at my own home in my shop. It took about around 10 months.
10 months?
Yeah, 10 months total from when I got the truck when I drove it for the first time, I guess.
That's impressive, actually. All of the stuff you've done to this, between painting it, everything with the engine, all the suspension setup, all the interior stuff that you've done.
So I noticed the blue paint.
Yeah.
Why? What was the idea behind the blue Rust-Oleum?
Well, it was originally a beige car, it looks like.
Okay.
And then someone had painted it this metallic gray, which I didn't care for at all.
Is that what I can kind of see?
Yeah,
on the
it's what's
top?
kind of bleeded through. Yeah, the beige on the top, and then the gray kind of bled through on the side. I've always loved these things in bright colors.
Yeah.
Like the yellows, the greens, but the baby blue was always my favorite.
For sure.
And I wasn't gonna go get a crazy paint job.
Right.
The body's, it was a work truck, obviously, so
Yeah.
it's beat up and it's not worth fixing in my eye, and I'm gonna drive the crap out of it. So I just found a spray can that was pretty close to original baby blue that these came in. Got about a dozen cans of that and just went to town, and then spent a solid weekend with a bunch of different grades of sandpaper, and tried. This is my first attempt also at doing like a patina, faux patina style.
I mean, it looks
So
good.
I think it turned out great.
It's hard to
but
complain from a can of Rust-Oleum and some sandpaper, man.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun to do, but it's a lot of work
Yeah.
getting it kind of look semi-natural.
For sure.
And then no clear coat or anything. I just waxed it just to kind of seal it up. But other than that, I just been letting it go.
Yeah.
So.
That's what I've always wanted, a yellow one.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
And then the tailgate on this thing,
Yes.
that's the tailgate that came with it.
Yeah.
And so I left it. I love the yellow tailgate.
So it was probably an originally yellow car, and then they painted it.
Well,
that
the
beige color?
tailgate came from a junkyard car that the guy I bought it from, he found.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And what's even cooler is the yellow paint that's flaking off of the tailgate shows baby blue underneath it. So that tailgate was from a baby blue one originally. So it kind of, how that came to be is kind of cool.
Destiny.
I guess, and then the cap came with it. That's one of my favorite things too.
Yeah.
I've had offers on that cap left and right.
Yeah.
And that's not going anywhere. That's one of my favorite parts.
I don't think I've ever seen one with a cap on it.
Yeah, they're pretty hard to come by anymore. I mean, I'm sure back when these were out and about, a bunch of companies did them, but they all got beat up and
trash thrown out.
That one is in decent shape.
Yeah.
Let's go through what the interior was like when you got it and what we have in here now.
All right. Well, basically there wasn't an interior.
Yeah? Complete shell.
Yeah, there was literally nothing. No dashboard, no seats. Had a steering column, that's about it.
That's helpful.
And the guy I got it from, he had collected this interior. Butterscotch yellow, peanut butter is what it's called, I guess.
Yeah.
It's my favorite interior color, so super stoked on that.
Definitely works. I like it.
Threw that all together. It's not 100% yet. Someone cut out the radio.
Yeah.
So I want to fix that. Do little things. And I did the headliner.
Yeah.
It's old school 60s style, like kitchen window treatment.
Yeah. I don't even know what you would call this.
It was curtain material.
Yeah?
Basically what it was. So.
That's awesome, though. All stuff you can get anywhere, all right?
And added center console from a cabriolet. And it's got the 3 gauges. I took out, I think it was like water temp. I can't remember what they were, but
okay.
Put in my gauges for the air ride system.
Yeah, I see that.
Nice little kind of hidden out of the way. Looks like a semi-factory piece.
For sure. Better than having gauge pods all up here under.
I kind of wanted to hidden.
Yeah.
People look in here and you can't really tell that it's on air.
Right.
Other than that, it was sitting in the friggin' weeds.
So I guess, what are the plans for the future then, other than maybe fixing up the center console stuff? Anything else that you really want to do to it?
Really, it's just cleaning some stuff up. I kind of, at the end of spring, I kind of rushed to get this thing together because I really wanted to drive it all summer.
Right.
So, like the engine bay wiring, it's all in there kind of in the factory location, but I just want to clean things up.
Okay.
Interior-wise, I just want to clean things up, find original radio balance and all that.
Yeah.
Get some trim for the outside, finish it off, just clean everything up, just finishing everything, I don't know.
Yeah.
All the major work is pretty much done.
Yeah, just little details now.
Yeah.
So, I know we talked about these seats before. The tweed inserts.
Yeah.
I think they're rare.
I have no clue. Like I said, just from looking at pictures online and on forums and whatnot, I've seen a couple sets, but not a whole lot. Usually when it's this color, the whole seat is vinyl.
Okay.
Yellow vinyl. But
huh.
The tweed insert seems to be kind of a unique thing. I may be wrong, but get over here.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that and see. Because I wonder if these are OEM seats, or if they were.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah?
Like I said, I just got into the Mark 1 seat with this thing pretty much.
Yeah.
I had one for a while, 84 GTI, but I haven't done anything with it. I stalled out project. Then I got this thing and just kind of got super excited on it. Kind of learned everything as I went.
Yeah, it's hard not to get excited when you get your hands on one of these.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the suspension on this. And what do we have going on in the back of the car? What kind of components are you running? And why did you decide on those components aside from anything else you could have done, like being static per se?
Okay. Well, it's all. I knew I was going to be driving this thing a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I practically daily it, and I want to put a lot of miles, so I went nice components.
Yeah.
It's mostly airlift. The front struts are the airlift Performance Series. They've got all the nice adjustable bits on them. The rear are airlift Dominator bags. It's what you see on the mini truck guys use them, and leveling kits for big trucks, that kind of thing. So they'll last. I know they're quality and kind of a universal, get them anywhere.
Yeah.
And then all of the management is, it's all bag riders. I went with them because they've got nice full kits. They got everything you need.
Right.
And so I went with, it's AccuAir management, and it's a manual management, just a little switch box.
Yeah.
The high-end digital readouts
Easy
and all
way
that.
to do it.
And yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And then
simple at least.
yeah, and their tank and compressor kits, the Vlair 444s, I think, or something of that
just
nature.
A single tank, single compressor.
Dual compressor,
Yeah.
single 6-gallon tank.
Nice.
And like I said, I wanted good quality components because I'm going to be driving this thing a lot, and I wanted reliability with everything.
Sure. That's the last thing you want is something to snap off air tank
Yeah.
and have to
That's not
go
fun.
back and sort through all your lines and figure out where the problem actually is.
Yeah, big long trip to whatever, Indianapolis or something.
Yeah.
I don't want fear of a bad valve or something just ruining the whole trip.
Right. So you're talking about, originally you were going to go static on this.
Yeah, I was originally, I wanted to do a static build. I had a B3 Passat, and I loved the thing. It was absolutely slammed on the ground static on coils. I read like 2 inches off the ground. I dailied that thing for like 5 years. Just stupid low. And I loved the reaction of everybody being that low, so I was going to build this that way. And never really did a Mark I chassis before. And so when I started getting into it, I bought the coilovers for the front and the drop plates, and I did everything you're supposed to do, flipping the axle, and I got it on the ground the first time, and the thing was completely drivable, like half an inch off the ground. And that was ridiculous. It was too low. Yeah, and it would have been hilarious and fun, but I wouldn't have gone anywhere. I've been breaking stuff left and right. It's more than I already do. And so I've never had an air ride car before, and so I kind of tossed that idea, and so I wanted, this thing's a lot of firsts for me, first diesel, and so why not, let's throw freaking air ride on it. So I got the air ride kit and put that all together, and it took a while to figure everything out, did it all on my own, and built all the rear of these, super simple setup. It's like a trailer, just a dead axle, a couple leaves, nothing special. So I built the mounts for the bags, and first time I had it all hooked up, kind of rigged together, and first time I hit those switches and the car moved around, I was cheesing. It was the coolest thing ever.
It's a good thing you didn't put hydraulics on it.
Yeah, that ruined it.
Bouncing around everywhere.
So it was so much fun, and I made some videos right away on my phone. Like that, it's just so freaking cool.
Yeah.
But and so I'm joined the bandwagon of being an air ride kid.
Yeah.
But, oh well.
There's something about air ride.
It's so much fun.
It's the best of both worlds.
It's so fun.
I can drive over things.
Yeah.
And I can make you look twice and go, what's wrong with that car?
Yeah, that's another funny one at car shows and stuff. It's like, oh man, this thing's awful low.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's just sitting there.
Yeah. Don't worry, when I drive away, it won't be this low.
So it's a blast.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
I mean, you can get over the bump. It's just how hard do you want to work to get over the bump? You know what, man? I really want to thank you for taking time out of your day today.
Yeah, it's been a blast today.
Yeah. I'm super glad that I got to have you as the first person to come out and roll with me, especially in this series. Ever since I saw you start working on this thing, I was like, man, I know I want to take pictures of that truck when he's done. And then it evolved into this. I couldn't be more excited, honestly.
Definitely blew out of proportion real quick.
Yeah. And then after we get done with this, then we get to go and eventually do one on the bus too.
All right, I'm down. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's even more in that, I think, that we could get into than this.
Probably. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm glad we got some video of that today too. It's a little sneak peek for everybody in the future.
I'm glad to do it. Glad to be honored to be the first one, I guess. So.
Yeah, heck yeah,
Awesome.
man.